All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and football fans? I hope y'all ready for the NFC, AFC South. I am. So let's get to it. Let's do it, baby. Tampa Bay Buccaneers finished 4-12, dead last in the NFC South Division. Pros 17th ranked defense overall, 15th in rush defense. Key players on both sides of the ball. Cons 0-8 start. Drama, worse offense, quarterback issues. That's why they kicked Josh Freeman to the curb. Worst passing offense in the league, which they average 176.2 yards per game through the air, injuries, and crappy coaching. That's why they kicked Greg Schiano to the curb to bring in Lovie Smith. Will he turn his team around? We'll find out next month. Atlanta Falcons finished 4-12, third in the NFC South. Pros, 14th ranked offense, Matt Ryan, 7th in passing offense. They averaged 265.2 yards per game through the air. Julio Jones and Rowdy White. Don't sleep on those guys. Don't do that. Cons, 27th in scoring defense. Offensive line been an issue for the past couple of years. They gave up 44 sacks last season. 27th in defense overall. Second worst rushing defense. They allow 135.8 yards per game, which I've heard that they were undersized. They got pushed around a lot, etc. Worst rushing offense in the league, which is they average 77.9 yards per game on the ground. Matt Ryan threw a career high 17 interceptions. I don't think he's going to do that again in 2014 season. So, New Orleans Saints, they finished 11-5, second in NFC South Division, but they lost in the second round of the playoffs on the road to the Seattle Seahawks, who are the Super Bowl champions. I'm pretty sure that New Orleans Saints fans don't need me to remind them that. Oh yeah, before I get to the pros and cons, they did win their first ever playoff game on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll give them props on that. But that's it. Pros, 4th in overall offense, 2nd in passing offense, 307.4 yards per game through the air. Drew Brees, Jimmy Graham, wide receivers, the offensive line. They keep that dude clean. 4th ranked defense overall. Give Rob Ryan some credit. He did one hell of a job with the New Orleans Saints defense. Give him credit. 2nd in pass defense, which they allow 194.1 yards per game through the air. Cons, 25th in rushing offense, 19th in rush defense, which they allow 111.6 yards per game on the ground. Not a good road team and balanced offensive issues. If they can get those two cleaned up, they can win at least 12 or 13 games tops. Carolina Panthers, woo! 12-4 NFC South champs. But they lost at home to the San Francisco 49ers in the second round of the playoffs last year. Boy, that still hurts. Colin Kaepernick mocking Cam Newton. That got to angered some of the Panther fans out there. It does. Anyway, pros, 2nd best defense in the league. 2nd in rush defense, they allow 86.9 yards per game on the ground. Improved secondary. Cam Newton, I think he had 4 or 6 game-winning drives, including one that great game on ESPN last year at home against the New England Patriots. I'm pretty sure they don't want me to remind them that too. They still salty on that pass interference call. Yeah. Cons. Oh, wait, before I get to cons, Ron Rivera, excellent job. He threw that book in the dumpster, poured gasoline on that, and set it on fire. He's like, forget about being conservative. We're going to roll the dice and go on 4th downs. Love it. I want to see more of that in 2014. Hot damn it. I want more of that, Ron Rivera. Don't let me down, Riverboat. Don't let me down. Cons, 26 ranked offense overall. Oh my goodness. Whew. Mike Shula as an offensive coordinator. 29th pass offense. Average 190.2 yards per game through the air. My goodness, they were just bad. Oh yeah, a little more on the positives. They were 7th in a red zone for the offense. That's hot. Mike Tolbert, D'Angelo Williams doing their thing. Love it. Jonathan Stewart, stay off of Twitter. Stay healthy for an entire year. At least most of the year. Can you do that for me, brother? Can you stay healthy? That's all I'm asking as a Panthers fan. That's all I ask. All right. NFC South outlook. Some fans will hate me, but I don't care. Saints 11-5. Panthers 9-7. Falcons 8-8. Buccaneers 7-9. Now, where I'm at? Indianapolis. No, not Indianapolis Colts. I'll get to them in a second. Houston Texans went 2-14, last in the AFC South last year, and they had the worst record in the league too. Pros, 7th ranked defense. J.J. Watt, 3rd in pass defense. They allow 195.2 yards per game through the air, and 11th ranked offense, which I'm shocked that their offense overall is ranked 11th, despite the fact they can muster 2 victories. 2. Cons, dead last in interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. 7. Second worst scoring offense in the league. 17.2 points per game. Matt Shaw, he threw, I think he set a record for throwing a pick 6 4 straight games. Wow. Bad. Just bad. Hopefully he does better with the Oakland Raiders this time. Jacksonville Jaguars, 4-12. Last year, 3rd in the AFC South. Pros, key players on both sides of the ball. 22nd passing offense, which they average 215.1 yards per game through the air. Cons, worst scoring offense in the league, average 15.4 points per game. 2nd worst rushing offense. 2nd worst offense overall in 27th in defense. Justin Blackmon just needs to find a way to stay out of trouble. That's all he needs to do. Tennessee Titans 7-9 last year, 2nd in the AFC South Division. Pros, 14th in rushing offense, 14th in defense overall, 11th in pass defense, which they allowed 225.8 yards per game through the air, and 7th in rushing touchdowns, 16. Cons, is Jake Locker the answer long term at the quarterback position, and their offense is below average, and they did sign they do have what is that guy's name out of Arizona? He used to coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Kent Wisenhunt. We'll find out what he can do. I mean, if Jake Locker isn't the answer, Zach Mettenberg, the rookie, will take over at the quarterback position. And they did lose Chris Johnson in the offseason, which he signed for the New York Jets. Indianapolis Colts, 11-5 last year, AFC South champions. Lost in the 2nd round of the playoffs to the New England Patriots, but they won their first playoff game against, well, not first, but they won their playoff game in the 1st round at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow, crazy finish. Andrew Luck, 15th ranked offense, 5th fewest sacks, and 13th in pass defense, which they allow 231.9 yards per game through the air. And that's the pros. The cons, the offense, defense need to get better. Andrew Luck, 7 interceptions in 2 playoff games. So, well, I think it's 2 or 3 playoff games, excuse me. He needs to cut down on that a bit. And 26 and what was it? 26 in rush defense, which they allow 125.1 yards per game on the ground. So, the final outlook for the AFC South, Colts 12-4, Titans 8-8, Texans 7-9, Jaguars 6-10. Now, for the AFC side, I got the Colts, the Patriots, the Ravens, and the Broncos. On the wild card side, I got the Bengals and the Steelers. In the AFC title game, I got the Patriots and the Broncos. And the Broncos will go to the Super Bowl and represent the AFC side. Now, on the NFC side, I got the Redskins, the Saints, the 49ers, and the Lions. Yes, I know some people laughed at me on that one, but whatever. I'm allowed to have my picks, allowed to have my opinions. You can do the same. Get over it. Now, wild card side, I got the Packers and the Seahawks. Oh, yeah. I got the 49ers and the Saints in the NFC Championship game, and I got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl to represent the NFC side. And I got the who I got? I'm drawing the blank. Denver Broncos win by 2 touchdowns. And with that, give me your picks, ladies and gentlemen, and I am out. Salute. Good luck.